Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Man. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, share this with your friends and family on social media, and of course, subscribe. Today we are talking massive, and I do mean massive, updates in the recruiting portal. We're gonna get to all of that, and of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we were just hit with a massive portal shocker as USC wide receiver extraordinaire Zachariah Branch has entered the transfer portal. Not only has Zachariah entered the transfer portal, but he has listed Michigan as one of the top 5 schools, top 6 rather, that he is interested in, along with Miami, Florida, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Louisville. This is a massive bit of news here. Zachariah Branch is an absolute beast on the outside, an absolute difference maker on the offense. Now with Chip Lindsey being Michigan's offensive coordinator, the prospect of possibly teaming up with 5-star plus quarterback Bryce Underwood, this could be exactly the ingredients for a national championship run. Obviously, we got the Metcalves yesterday, picked those guys up in the transfer portal yesterday, along with offensive tackle Brady Norton. All 3 of those great gets. This one, though, would be by far the best and the biggest. That said, Zachariah Branch isn't the only person that could make a difference for the Wolverines, that is showing interest in the Wolverines, as Baylor quarterback, Detroit King graduate DeQuan Finn is also in the transfer portal and is rumored to be visiting the Wolverines as early as tomorrow. This, again, is another bit of massive news. This is game-changing type news for the Wolverines. The patience of head coach Sharon Moore and that staff has really looked to be paying off. Of course, it was quiet in the transfer portal. Other kids were going to other places, and the Michigan fan base, and rightfully so, right, had a bit of apprehension. However, with these latest moves and with the possibility of adding a Zachariah Branch, the possibility of adding a DeQuan Finn, things have really hit a fever pitch. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you have to trust the coaches. You have to trust the process, because it's not like they're sitting on their hands, and they've proven that all season long, right? When Jim Harbaugh went to the NFL and Sharon Moore had, that little bit of time really to prepare for the season, we did think that this season would be better than it ended up being. However, it was never going to be better than it ended up being. Maybe there was a path there to win that Washington game and the Illinois game. Maybe we could, the roster, quarterback being, the blaring weakness on that roster this season, returning only one offensive starter from their championship team. That said, DeQuan Finn and Zachariah Branch, if Michigan is able to add those guys, would be huge. Number one, because Finn is the perfect sort of bridge quarterback that Michigan would need before it hands the keys to a Bryce Underwood. And by the way, not losing a step or not taking a step back at that position. In fact, we'd be gaining significant steps compared to what we had on the roster at that position this season. Finn just finished his season at Baylor, where he didn't play very much. However, the previous season at Toledo, he completed 63% of his passes, over 2,600 yards. Zachariah Branch to that mix, not only to help him, but obviously Bryce Underwood. There needs to be some experience at that wide receiver position. Michigan did add 6'5" playmaker at the wide receiver position, Donovan McCulley, but they're losing Tyler Morris, so definitely want to get more experience. And with Zachariah Branch, you're getting that, plus you're getting the explosive playability of Zachariah. And to those guys, how about the number one recruit in the class of 2026? Right after visiting that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, placing the call to the Wolverines to say, hey, I'd like to come and visit you guys. And I'm talking about Jackson Cantwell, offensive tackle out of Missouri, had visited the other state and said, you know what, I want to go check out Michigan, and did just that and left the place blown away. Great visit from all that I've heard. This would be another big win for the Wolverines in terms of on the recruiting trail. One of the type of trench player that they've covet and are going after. They just got 5-star offensive tackle Andrew Babalola in this cycle. They're still hot on the trail of another 5-star offensive tackle in Ty Haywood. And if next season they could get the number one player in the class, and who just happens to play offensive tackle in Jackson Cantwell, there will be nothing you can tell Michigan fans in terms of the trenches. By the way, they already have the number one player in the 2025 class. That would be back-to-back years of getting the number one player in the class. Michigan is really on a heater, quiet as it's kept, and nobody is really giving them the credit for that. But I'm okay with it. These silent killings that Sharon Moore is pulling off are being heard loud and clear by people like myself. He is clearly on a mission to get Michigan back at the top of the mountain where they belong, and I'm here for it. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Zachariah Branch in the portal, DeQuan Finn visiting the Wolverines. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. And of course, you know the slogan, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. Our ratings, we're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. So I'm gonna calm down, son. I just don't get that all that Mace and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
and how
down.
the